Take two. Hi, I'm Claire, and I'm trying something out. Um, I've had a lot happen to me this year, and I've done intense healing between the months of February to July of 2025, and I'm finally in a place where I can just kind of exist again. And if you've experienced trauma, grief, mental health issues, if you ever feel like you're kind of in a more chill period, it can be hard to rest or find rest or allow yourself to rest, because when you're trying to heal, and my cat might knock this over. Dude, don't mess with my microphone. When you're trying to heal, at least for me, that was my main focus. Come here, Teddy. That was my main focus the whole time, was I need to survive this. I need to survive this. Oh, and just like that, I still need to survive this. Sir, come here. Come here. So, there he is. I need to survive this. I need to survive this. And I've survived. My stuff happened at like the beginning of February, and here I am, beginning of July 2025. And I don't know, I'm ready for a change. I think that something I learned during those first few months was that like I could only accept my situation. I couldn't necessarily change it. My dad would talk a lot about like, these are the cards that you've been dealt. These are the only cards you can play right now, but you can use them creatively. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm literally have a box of tarot cards right here, because I want to just like, I want to come on a platform and just talk. If you don't want to hear me talk, that's okay. There are literally millions of videos out there for you to watch instead. But if you are here to yap, let's yap. For example, I was just watching a video on TikTok. I'll have to find the creator's name. But she was just saying, like, what's stopping you? What's stopping you from starting? And there have been so many videos I've watched that people have said, like, nobody's tired of you yet. You're tired of you, but you haven't even posted any content. So nobody's tired of you yet. Just post it. And I've often given myself like these parameters that I can exist in, because I worry that because I have worked in a religious institution for a really long time, that if I come on any platform and share that I like to read tarot and I really love astrology and crystals, that I'm going to lose my job. But I know that's not going to happen. And there might be someone else who I work with or who I know through my job that's like, hey dog, I feel the same way. That's helped me in this way. Because the thing about tarot and horoscopes and crystals, aside from it being woo woo, is that like it's kind of been the most valuable part of my healing journey outside of therapy and medication. Like I've been taking medication for years, I've been going to therapy for years, but the ritual that I started to practice was shadow work and journaling through tarot. And I still believe that when I'm pulling tarot, that the questions I'm asking myself. Like there might be some intuition that I'm gaining from like a higher power, but like I don't know if that's true or not. I just feel like I'm getting in touch with myself in a way that I might not have known how before. And if you feel differently, again, scroll. But today I just have been feeling lonely, okay? I'm single for the first time in over a decade, and I have made a beautiful life for myself, and I just got this kitty cat, and I really like this kitty cat. Teddy, I'm talking about you. His name is President Theodore Roosevelt, and it took me over a week to name him, and I'll go into why I named him that later. But I just was feeling really lonely today, and I felt like crying, and I don't know exactly why. I have some professional partnerships that I feel like are changing and dissolving, and when you go through a big breakup, obviously your relationship to yourself and your environment changes, and there's just been a lot of change. And now I'm in that place where it's like, okay, I'm ready to step through the door of this new life, and I want to live my life now. I don't want to just like wait for it to happen. I don't want to avoid my life. I want to live it fully. And a question that I keep asking myself since I graduated high school is just like, what am I going to do with my life? And I think all of us ask that question, but my background is in performance. I did musical theater for most of my life. I've sung in bands. I'm in a band right now. It's really cool. But I haven't performed in anything since like 2018. And I don't know why that is. I've been focusing on my mental health journey, but I love talking. I love talking to people. I loved my time in college writing essays and giving presentations, and I loved doing stand up for the 2 days that I did, no, 3 days I've done it. And yet none of those things necessarily feel relevant or now. Like, I don't want to go back to school. It's too much money. I don't want to go to bars and do stand up because I don't really drink anymore. And your girl has a bedtime versus like I can use the internet. I can make YouTube videos. I can make TikToks. I can just talk. And I'm just tired of believing that, like, I'm tired of believing the voices in my head that say, like, nobody wants to hear you, because it's just not true. I know that I have things that are valuable to say and to share, and it's cringe, and I'm cringed out. And so I'm going to post it because I also saw a video today that said, what if being cringy is an act of I was going to say revolution. Is it? No, active resistance, LOL. It's an act of resistance, and I have a crush on someone and they're not around, and my heart is like, I'm so lonely. And it's like, no, you're not. You don't need attention from somebody else in order to fill the time that you're just here. What if you filled the time? What if you enjoyed your company? What if you talked about things you want to talk about and didn't just hold your mom hostage on the phone for 2 hours, giving her like your manifesto of the week? Okay. So, anyways, yeah, I just feel like I need to find a hobby, and the hobby might look like yapping right now. And I want to share the things I do with tarot. I want to share the things that I do with astrology. I want to share the things that I write. I want to share my hopes and dreams for the world. I want to share my perspectives because I feel like in the day to day, there's just not time or relevance for them to come up. Like, I think I'm neurospicy, and I can't just, again, hold my coworker hostage and say, like, hey, can I tell you my thoughts about the world? Like, no, write them in a journal, post them on the internet, and let someone come to you and engage with it that way. So, yeah, I was talking to a friend recently about journaling is a great act. Like, I appreciate the act of journaling, but it do be taking a long time versus like bada bing bada boom. If I could just talk, we'd be killer. So yeah, that's why I'm here. We're gonna see how this grows and goes with the flow, and we'll adjust as we need to. But I'm tired of sitting on my butt and believing the lies that my fear has told me for a long time, that I'm not relevant, that I don't have anything important to say, and that nobody cares. And even if that's somewhat true, I care. And even if like 3 people watch it and 3 people are impacted, cool. I'm like not even doing it for the views. I just want an outlet. And I like listening to podcasts, and I like watching YouTube videos, and I wonder who might like the stuff I have to say too. So yeah, buckle in. Let's figure out what we're doing together and inspire one another and enact change and try to find some light in this burning world. I don't even know what I'm calling this, but that was my first video, and I'm gonna rip a big fat fart.